Hello and welcome to Football Daily, where today we're bringing you the fastest 11 in world football. Goalkeeper, Hugo Lloris. Between the sticks is Tottenham and France goalkeeper Hugo Lloris. He faced some tough competition from Manuel Neuer, but the Bayern Munich man normally starts outside his box and doesn't quite match Lloris's speed off the line. Lloris has kept more than 50 clean sheets since arriving in London, about one every 3 games, and his ability to play a sweeper keeper role enabled Spurs to experiment with a high line. And the Frenchman has been integral in Mauricio Pochettino's reinvention of the Lily Whites' defence. In the first 28 games of the 2015-16 Premier League season, Spurs were the only side never to be 2 or more goals behind in a game. Right back, Hector Bellerin. Lloris will be displeased to find one of his North London rivals in front of him in the form of young right-back Hector Bellerin. The Spaniard started out as a winger, and he has recorded the fastest 40-metre dash time of any Arsenal player, a title formerly held by Thierry Henry. Bellerin ran the distance in just 4.42 seconds. For context, when Usain Bolt set the 100 metres world record, he took 4.64 seconds to cover the same amount of ground. And while Bellerin had the advantage of a running start, the defender is undeniably a speed demon and a nightmare for left-backs. Centre-back, Wynne. Wynne is an amazing name, but it's one that's relatively unknown outside the USA. The American centre-back plays for MLS side the San Jose Earthquakes and has picked up 5 international caps. Wynne, the son of a Major League Baseball player, might well have chosen another sporting path after he ran the 100 metres in an unbelievable 10.39 seconds while still at high school. But he wanted to be a footballer from the age of 6, and his outstanding pace has allowed him to see off attackers and deputise at right back over a decade in the US top flight. Centre-back, Rafael Varane. Real Madrid boast more than their share of speedy centre-backs, with Sergio Ramos, Pepe and our pick, Rafael Varane. The Frenchman is 6'3", but still has a great touch and blistering pace. Varane was educated at Lens and broke into the first team at 17, captaining the side for the first time when he was just 18. Real swooped for the young star, and he rapidly proved himself an elegant and reliable defender. He has received just 1 red card in more than 160 professional games, put in a brilliant performance in a Champions League final at 21, and has beaten Antoine Griezmann, Danny Welbeck and Lionel Messi for pace. Varane looks to be a world-class defender for years to come. Left back, Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba replaced French stalwart Eric Abidal at left-back for Barcelona, and the Spaniard was a popular signing, having grown up just 2 miles from the Camp Nou. Alba started out as a striker, but was rejected by La Masia as a kid. At 5'6", he was deemed too short to play up front. He became a winger and then a defender at Valencia, when Unai Emery was keen to find a place for the talented youngster, in a team which featured Juan Mata and David Silva. His lightning pace on the overlap has helped Barca pick many a locked defence, and added attacking thrust to the Spanish national team too. Centre midfield, Ramires. Brazilian midfielder Ramires might now be wiping his arse with gold leaf in China, but he was a reliable and very fast servant for Chelsea in the 5.5 years previous. With his tough tackling and flying elbows, he perhaps was not the best example of Brazil's famous samba style, but he loved to burst forward from midfield. His most important goal for the Blues came in the Champions League semi-final, when he sprinted through the defence and chipped Victor Valdez brilliantly. Chelsea won the trophy and a league title with Ramires, and he has won more than 50 caps for his country. Centre midfield, Angel Di Maria. Angel Di Maria isn't a central midfielder you're probably all typing right now, but in his final season at Real Madrid, the Argentinian played alongside Xabi Alonso and Luka Modric in the centre of the park, as Los Blancos swept through the Champions League and won La Decima. Di Maria may look like Borat without the moustache, but he's an incredible athlete, with great acceleration and a seemingly inexhaustible engine, and he's capable of sophisticated playmaking too. After a 1-year pit stop at Old Trafford, Di Maria is now burning up Ligue 1 with PSG, scoring 9 and assisting 10 in his first 21 league games. Right wing, Arjen Robben. In his favoured position on the right is Flying Dutchman Arjen Robben. The Bayern winger is one of the most predictable players in world football, and yet he's almost impossible to stop, as he cuts inside on his left foot and bangs it in time after time. He scored the winning goal in the 2013 Champions League final, but perhaps the best exhibition of Robben's speed came at the 2014 World Cup, when he memorably put Spain to the sword, before incurring the hatred of all Mexicans with a trademark dive in the round of 16. So, no holidays in Acapulco anytime soon. Attacking midfield, Gareth Bale. The Welshman seems like he always has the sprint button held down, tearing past defenders like an Olympian. The standout player on a patchy Spurs roster, Bale went to Real Madrid for more than €100 million in 2013, and has contributed a goal every other game and assisted at the same rate over his first 100 appearances at the Bernabeu. And his pace was on show in 2014, when he ran the length of the pitch to score the winner in the Copa del Rey final against Barcelona, and he showcased his incredible leap to score a decisive goal in the Champions League final too. Left wing, Theo Walcott. Long considered the fastest player in the Premier League, Theo Walcott held Arsenal's club sprint record until Hector Bellerin came along. A cruciate injury threatened to diminish the England forward's pace, and his move into the centre gives him less space to run. But Walcott remains devastatingly quick, capable of darting behind defences and scaring fullbacks into deep positions. Despite his physical gifts, Walcott has never quite taken flight the way fellow Southampton Academy graduate Bale did, and has struggled for consistent form and fitness over the last few years. Striker, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Like almost everyone in this team, he initially played wide, but since leaving Saint-Etienne for the Westfalenstadion, his astonishing strike rate has pushed him into an out-and-out centre-forward role. Though born in France, PEA follows in his father's footsteps by turning out for the Gabonese national team, and he's the nation's all-time top scorer. But his record in Germany is even more impressive, as he took just 86 games to reach 50 Bundesliga goals.
So that was our fastest players 11, but have we missed any speedsters out? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, go and check out yesterday's transfer talk, where we look at the possibility of Manuel Neuer joining Manchester City. And as ever, don't forget to like and subscribe.